What is going on, guys? It's Kevin here to bring you a new video today. For today, I'm going to be reviewing yet another horror film for this month's Horror October. Today, I'm going to be talking about a film that I watched that has been widely regarded as a really bad film, actually. But a film that I actually didn't mind all that much, as some reviews would think I would. But I guess with that, I kind of have a dissenting opinion on this movie. But yeah, the movie that I watched was Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, this was an interesting one. It definitely had some reasons not to like it, but I wouldn't say it warrants the rating that it got on Rotten Tomatoes, 8%. Why do you get 8% on Rotten Tomatoes? Like, that's just like ridiculous. Like, you have to be so bad that literally no one likes the movie, pretty much, when you think about it, because there's so many people who review movies. So to have 8% in Rotten Tomatoes, like your movie is pretty bad, dude. Like damn, that's bad. But like, it wasn't that bad. Like, my thing about the Friday the 13th franchise that I love is that, like, I feel like the plot doesn't matter a ton. I mean, the plot in this movie, like, is kind of like lackluster. Like I don't even know. Like, there's like a love interest just between two people, and this guy tries to hit on this girl tries to hit on like her teacher, I guess, um, and she gets rejected, and then like this guy tries to hit on the girl who's like a nerdy guy, and he gets rejected. I don't know, but I feel like with this, like, you just can't think about the story that doesn't pertain to Jason. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, any story element that doesn't pertain to getting chased by Jason or getting killed by Jason isn't good. But any story element that does pertain to that and does involve Jason killing people is good. So I can't say it's all that great, but I also can't say it's all that bad. Um, you know, it's called, a lot of people had an issue with it because they were annoyed that the movie is called Jason Takes Manhattan, but a lot of the movie is spent on a boat, which it is. But people are saying the last 20 minutes were in the city, but it was really more like the last 40 minutes that were spent in the city, because they do get to like a dockyard eventually where they like have to fend off against Jason, and they keep getting like picked off. So like in the last 40 minutes, it's actually in New York, I would say. I guess in the last like 20 minutes, it's really in the city, but like they're still on like a dock, like in the last like 40 minutes. But like, yeah, for about an hour, like, it's just them on a boat. But like, I don't feel like that should be like an issue for the film itself. Like, that's more just like an issue with the title of the movie. Like I don't know, like is it still enjoyable to watch regardless of the title? Sure, it can be at times, but like, why should the title of the movie affect the movie itself? I feel like it's just two different things. Like, it's just the title of the movie. Like, whatever. But like, honestly, the title is pretty inaccurate, I will say. It's very inaccurate for a number of reasons. One, because it's called Jason Takes Manhattan, and he doesn't really take Manhattan per se, because all he really does is chase these people in the city. He doesn't like control the city or take it over. I don't know. When you say takes Manhattan, that just sounds like you're trying to take over the city. But no, he doesn't do that. He just chases people through a city. That's all he does. And like people have said, it spends a lot of the movie spends a lot of its time on a boat, which is not terrible. But it's kind of contradictory to the title. The movie should be called Jason Takes a Trip to Manhattan. That would make sense. If you think about it, Jason takes a trip to Manhattan because he's on a boat that goes to Manhattan, and yeah, he ends up in Manhattan for the last 20 minutes or 40 minutes of the film. But yeah, easy fix. But yeah, Anyways, getting into the film, for the first like 10 minutes or so, they're on like there's this like little boat that has like a couple on it, and they end up like stupidly resurrecting Jason with like this electrical wire. Like, the logic of it is stupid, but like, it's whatever. But like, this electrical wire like electrocutes this area where Jason was buried underwater, and then he gets brought back to life. But yeah, it's still really badass. Like how he comes back, like, and he comes up to this boat where these two people are staying. And they're trying to have sex, and Jason kills them. So that was cool. Yeah, I mean, like, I like the look of Jason in this one. Like, he's wearing like a really wet like raincoat in this. Like, I just like the look of it. I also love Friday the 13th, the game. And that's like, I recognize that Jason so well from Friday the 13th, the game, because like, it's part 8. It's just the one with like the wet raincoat. Like, you recognize that. Like, I just like that look for Jason. I think that's a really good look, aesthetically. And yeah, it's just still like, even though like, yeah, this movie got 8% Rotten Tomatoes, but like, is it still entertaining as heck to watch Jason kill people and stalk people? Hell yes. Really entertaining. Because, after he kills these people on the boat, he somehow migrates to this other boat, which, if you were trying to adhere to the title of the movie, what they should have done is just, after he kills those people on the boat, he travels to the city and, finds these people in a city, not goes on another boat after the first boat to stalk these people. But it is what it is. He went on this, so he goes on this other boat and starts stalking these other people and just picks them off one by one, until they finally have to get together to come up with a plan to stay away from him, and they start panicking and they equip themselves as weapons and they start going crazy trying to keep away from him and do whatever they can to survive. And yeah, but like, he picks them off one by one in very interesting ways. I will say, like, there are a number of ways that Jason figures out how to kill people with. Is that even a sentence? There are a number of ways that Jason knows how to kill people. One of them was, someone was trying to climb a ladder on the boat, and he threw them onto a bed of spikes and impaled them. One of them was a guy got his head smashed into a pipe, so that's cool. One of them was he took a piece of glass broken from a mirror and shoved it into someone's neck. Like he just comes up with all sorts of ways to kill people. Like who would have thought, like it's kind of weird when you think of it just logically, just a little bit, like the fact that Jason just like kills people, but yet he's like so smart to know how to like do it in like such crafty ways. Like how can someone that like crazy know how to kill people and like that? Like, I don't know. That just seems like okay, but like, yeah, it's fun nonetheless. And they evade and they finally get together when they realize their friends are being killed off, and they get together and they escape on a boat to Manhattan, to New York. They escape and Jason follows them. He doesn't actually take their boat from the water, which I was surprised about, because he wasn't there. Like, he kind of followed them by swimming, I guess, but he wasn't there. He didn't like grab the boat and pull them down, which is interesting. I'm surprised he wouldn't do that. But like, he follows them anyways to Manhattan, and they have to like juke and do what they can to run away from him. There's this one there's two really cringy scenes that I have to talk about, that definitely did lower the rating of this movie for me, but didn't make it completely awful. The first one is this black guy. He gets to the top of this roof and he sees Jason there, and he looks down and he sees the street below him, and he's like, what do I do? And you know what he does? The stupidest thing possible. He starts punching Jason, literally bare-fisted, while Jason just stands there taking it like, yeah, you good? You good? He just like uh, and he just keeps punching him, punching him, punching him, and then he, for some reason, Jason lets him do that, and it's just so cringy. Like he's getting all like worn out and like tripping on himself. He's like uh, like, are you good? Like, you really think you're gonna beat Jason with that? And then like it's funny. This is actually funny though because then he says, "Okay, your turn. Give me your best shot." And this is actually a kill from Friday the 13th, the game. He literally punches the black guy in the head and decapitates his head. He actually punches his head off of his body. Like, oh my god, that is kind of badass. But like, holy cringe on that black guy trying to punch Jason. Like, what are you doing, bro? But then like the second thing was like they encounter these like group of thugs that like I guess try to like threaten them. They ask for their wallets, and then like they start like doing bad things to this girl. They inject her with something like some sort of drug, and they want to like rape her. But Jason actually stops them. Funny enough, he kills the person who was trying to rape her as well as the other guy who tried to shoot him with a gun, and then he shoots him with a gun. But of course, this is post final chapter Jason, so this Jason is more or less immortal. So it kind of works out. He's just like, yeah, I don't really care if you shoot me. Kills the bad guy, kills the thug. But the thug's acting was really, really bad. Holy fuck, so bad. Like, so cringy. Like when they were asking for their money and stuff, it's just so cringy. God. But like, you know, that's like one of the few like bad parts. But you know, but then they like continue getting chased by Jason, and they eventually take him to Manhattan, where they have to run away. Which it just ends up being this guy and his girlfriend. After Jason kills this old guy who refused to believe that Jason was alive because he's like, Jason Voorhees is dead. That's impossible. Blah 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 blah. Like, geez, haven't heard that one before. But yeah, and then like it's funny how he dies. Actually, he dies from getting drowned in toxic waste. So that's kind of a comical kill, I guess. But yeah, then Jason follows them to Manhattan, you know, and starts chasing them. And this is where the question of logic starts to come into play, because just logic of like how Jason operates. Because for some reason he only wants to chase the people that he's been chasing this whole time. He doesn't want to just like kill anyone in the city, which doesn't make sense to me, because like why would you not kill anyone? Like, you're Jason, you kill everyone you see. Why are you only bent on killing those people that you were chasing earlier? Like, that just doesn't make sense with like Jason's moral code. Like, Jason seems like just a psycho killer who will just kill anybody in his path, not some guy who will just run past a group of guys, or anyone in the city. He run past like so many people. Like, there's this like group of guys with like a radio at one point, and like he doesn't kill them. He just lifts up his mask and they run away. So, like, he doesn't kill them. I'm just like, why? Why are you changing this? Like, why is this different now? Like, it kind of like puts the whole like series into question as far as like the way Jason is towards people. Like, why did he want to kill these people in particular, like so specifically? I don't know. But, you know, eventually it's really cool. They find their way into a sewer, and they actually drown him in toxic waste, and they kill him that way by like fucking melting his face off, which is creepy. And his face is like really distorted and creepy looking. But yeah, he gets like a really distorted face from that, and it's, yeah, weird. But yeah, they finally kill him, and then it's just the girl and her boyfriend who are still alive. But yeah, it ends up being a good ending, and it just ends. But yeah, what was I gonna say? This one was, oh, I haven't seen part 5. I don't think. least if I did, it was a long time ago. But I've seen all the other ones except for Jason Goes to Hell, which I will see soon. But so far, this one is probably the worst one in the series. But nonetheless, I think it's enjoyable. It's they said like as a Friday, if you're like a Friday fanatic, like you're gonna like this series, this episode. So like, and I did. So like, I guess it was good for me at least, somewhat, not a ton, but somewhat. But yeah, Friday the 13th is such a great franchise. I just will always just love Jason stalking people and killing them, and like it's just the best. It's the best long running slasher franchise that can just keep going. I feel like that I'm always going to enjoy um, compared to like Halloween, which like has an original movie that which was amazing, but like the sequels, like what the fuck are sequels to Halloween? Like get out of here. Like the remake, the actual new remake from 2018 was actually good, but like all the sequels, like Halloween 2 wasn't good. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, that doesn't even have Michael Myers, and then they try to bring it back after that, but like it just seems like all for nothing. I don't know. And then like Nightmare on Elm Street, I'd say the first three were definitely good, but it gets really weird after that though. And like, I mean, it's cool to see Jason die. I mean, Freddy die and Freddy's dead, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, either way, Friday the 13th, best franchise for like horror franchise, long running. I love Friday the 13th, the game as well, like just because I'm such a big fan of the series. And as a fan of this series in general, I did enjoy this film, but it wasn't the greatest. I wouldn't say it was amazing at all by any means. I would give it a hmm, 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, actually, 6.3. 6.3. Yeah, I'll give it a 6.3. But I'll probably watch Jason Goes to Hell soon and see how that is. Supposedly he like projects his spirit onto another person. Chucky, what? Sorry. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry, this is like unusually long, but I just wanted to talk a lot about this film and this franchise in general. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And something else just to add is like, I really think that this film was like genuinely scary at some parts, with Jason like sneaking up on people, especially with like there's like a specific scene when like this girl's like hiding in this bathroom, and she's trying to hear if like Jason's gonna come in, and he like busts through the wall all of a sudden like with his fist, like that was scary. And then like there's another one where like this girl is like in this disco room like music area, and she's just like standing in the center, like looking all around her, like trying to find Jason, and then he just suddenly appears and just grabs her and strangles her to death, like crazy. But like, there was like one unrealistic part, like that was kind of unrealistic, but there's also like an unrealistic part where like this guy runs upstairs and then all of a sudden Jason's up there and he throws him out the window, like I swear Jason has like the power to like teleport, but like that's cool. It's all good. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Sorry for it being a long one again, but either way, those of you who watched to the end, I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next video.